Hello everyone. We are going to study trigonometry today. We begin with basic trigonometric ratios. Learning objectives for this presentation are: why trigonometry? Where is it used? The 6 trigonometric ratios. How to learn the 6 ratios. Applications of trigonometric ratios. To introduce, let us think of a scenario when a student is standing in front of the Qutub Minar. A student thinks of finding the height of the Qutub Minar, but practically it's not possible to climb over it to find the height. Trigonometry comes to his rescue in such scenarios. With trigonometry, if a student finds AB, that is the distance of him or her from Qutub Minar, which is called x, and also this angle, which is known as angle of elevation, then by using trigonometric formula, it will be possible to find the height of the Qutub Minar. There may be another situation. A student may be standing here and he may know to find width of a river. If height of a building opposite to it is known, then again using the height and angle of elevation, trigonometry will enable the student to find width of the river without even crossing the river. Again, there may be a hot air balloon. If balloon is at a constant height at point A at a moment, and after some time balloon reaches B, then knowing the two angles of elevation theta 1 and theta 2, it would be possible to find distance dc, which in turn will enable to find speed of the balloon. So all these applications are very useful, very important and very interesting, and naturally we need to study trigonometry to learn such applications. To begin with, let us go for names of sides of a right triangle. If there is a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is the side opposite to the right angle. This is called hypotenuse. Base is the side on which the acute angle under consideration is made. This side AB is called base. Perpendicular is the side opposite to the acute angle. This is called perpendicular. The 6 trigonometric ratios are the ratios of various pairs of sides of a right triangle. Their names are sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Defining sin theta. Full name is SINE. We read it sin, but it is written as sin in brief. Well, sin theta equals perpendicular upon hypotenuse. It is the ratio of perpendicular with hypotenuse. Next is cos theta, full name cosine. Cos theta equals base upon hypotenuse. Next comes tan theta with full name tangent. Tan theta is defined as perpendicular upon base, ratio of perpendicular with base. And of course, tan theta would also be sin theta upon cos theta, because sin theta was perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos theta was base upon hypotenuse. On dividing them, hypotenuse will get cancelled and tan theta would be sin theta over cos theta. Next comes cosec theta. Full name is cosecant. Cosec theta is given by hypotenuse upon perpendicular, ratio of hypotenuse with perpendicular. And when I said this, you must be able to recall sine theta. Yes, cosec theta is reciprocal of sine theta because sine theta was perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Next comes sec theta, full name secant. Sec theta equals hypotenuse upon base, and when it is ratio of hypotenuse with base, naturally it is reciprocal of cos theta. Next is cot theta, full name cotangent. Cot theta is given by base upon hypotenuse, ratio of base upon perpendicular, ratio of base with perpendicular, and that is reciprocal of tan theta, and therefore it can also be called cos theta upon sin theta. How to remember so many names? Sin theta was perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos theta was base upon hypotenuse, tan theta was perpendicular upon base. 3 new names and the ratios. To learn them, try learning just a sentence. Some people have curly black hair through proper brushing. If you just remember this, then you can remember the whole thing. Some people have. S for sine, P for perpendicular, H for hypotenuse. Curly black hair. C for cos, B for base, H for hypotenuse. Through proper brushing. T for tan, P for proper, B for brushing. So please remember this sentence. Some people have curly black hair through proper brushing, and you will be able to remember S, P, H, C, B, H, T, P, B. And when you learn these 3 ratios, naturally you will be able to find other 3 because they are nothing but reciprocals of them. So reciprocal relations can be learned on the basis of these 3, what you learned in previous slide. Cosec theta is reciprocal of first, sin theta. Sec theta is the reciprocal of second, 1 upon cos theta, and cot theta is the reciprocal of third. So please learn first, second, third, and their reciprocals respectively would be cosec theta, sec theta, cot theta. In this way, you can very easily learn the 6 trigonometric ratios with the help of a simple sentence, what you must have learned by now. Some people have curly black hair through proper brushing. S for sine, C for cos, T for tan. Okay, then let us go for applications. Application of trigonometry, the first one, a very simple real life scenario. There is an electrician who has to repair an electric fault on a pole of height 5 meter. Pole AD has height 5 meter. She needs to reach a point 1.3 meter below the top of pole to undertake the repair work. She needs to undertake repair work at B. B is 1.3 meter below the top. What should be the length of the ladder that she should use, which when inclined at an angle of 60 degrees to the horizontal would enable her to reach the required position? She brings a ladder and she is wandering over length of the ladder. She wants to keep it at 60 degrees, and what should be the length of the ladder? Also, how far from the foot of the pole should she place the foot of the ladder? How far should the foot of ladder be from foot of pole? This DC. So let us take this problem and let us work upon it step by step. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Our focus remains on this triangle. Let me highlight it. Triangle BD and up to C. This triangle BDC. Just a moment. Let me try to make it a perfect shape. triangle beginning from B going up to D, then C, this triangle BDC. Into it, we have observed that whole length AD was given, and therefore we can find length BD. You will observe that BD should be whole height AD minus AB. Consequently, it would be 5 minus 1.3, that's 3.7 meters. Knowing BD as 3.7 meters, knowing this angle as 60 degree, we may think of finding the first answer. What should be the length of the ladder? Let me take L to be the length of the ladder. We will also later be finding how far from the foot of the pole should she place the foot of the ladder, means how far from foot of the pole, means we will have to find this length x also. When we think in terms of terminology, this height BD is going to be perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. Accordingly, to find L, we will think in terms of perpendicular, which is known, and hypotenuse, what we need to find. Therefore, in triangle BCD, perpendicular and hypotenuse making sine theta. Sine theta equals perpendicular, that is 3.7, over hypotenuse, that is L. Theta happens to be 60 degrees here. It means sine of 60 degrees is 3.7 over L. Further, when we substitute value for sine 60 degrees, that you will find in table, root 3 upon 2 is 3.7 upon L, and therefore L would be equal to 3.7 multiplied by 2 and further divided by root 3. We can substitute value of root 3 as 1.73 approx, and then we will be able to find it as 4.28 meters. Therefore, length of the ladder would be 4.28 meter. This is our first answer. Further, to get the distance of foot of ladder from foot of the pole, we will be considering this with perpendicular. Perpendicular and base. Perpendicular and base make tan theta. Therefore, further we calculate tan of 60 degrees equal to perpendicular, which was 3.7 upon base, which is x. Again, from table you will find tan 60 degrees as root 3. So root 3 is 3.7 upon x. Consequently, x would be 3.7 upon root 3. Again, it goes 3.7 upon 1.73 approximately, which comes out to be 2.14 meters approximately. Therefore, we have the next answer. She should place the foot of ladder. She should place the foot of ladder 2.14 meter away from foot of the pole. This is our second answer. So in this way, we end this class in which we have learned what trigonometry is, how do we define. First of all, we have seen introduction to trigonometry, then we have seen how to define 6 trigonometric ratios. Also, we have learned how to learn the ratios. Remember that some people have curly black hair through proper brushing, and later on we have seen how do we apply applications of trigonometric ratios. So in this lecture, let us keep up to this only. Thank you.